confirm your date of birth and address for me?
Yeah, doctor, I'm 35 and my address is 3 Hardman Street, Manchester.
Right. And in case line get disconnected, can I call you on same line, same number, Tom?
Yes.
Okay, fine, Tom. So tell me, how can I help you today?
Doctor, I have noticed swelling here in my neck and I'm really worried about it.
I can hear like you are quite concerned about that, Tom. Don't worry, I'll try to help you in my best way. So can you just tell me a little bit more about your swelling?
Yeah, doctor, what you want to know?
Where exactly is it?
Oh, it is here, doctor, close to my shoulder. And uh, I think, doctor, I don't know why this swelling is there. I'm really worried about that.
Hmm. And since when you noticed that, Tom?
I noticed it 3 weeks ago.
I see. And how big is it?
Almost 2 into 2.
I see. And since you noticed it, is it changing in size? Is it increasing?
No,
All right. And what is the shape of swelling like?
it is round.
Okay. And what kind of color is it on swelling?
The skin color, doctor.
Okay. Do you feel it's paining when you touch it?
No,
All right. And do you think any discharge or anything coming out of it?
no.
Okay. And is it hard or soft to touch?
I think, doctor, it is not soft.
Right. Okay. And is it the only one swelling, or did you notice anywhere else other swelling as well?
No, doctor. Is it only one swelling? Doctor, is it something serious? You are asking me so many questions.
Uh, I'm sorry, Tom, that you got bothered by questions, but it is just formality. I just wanted to know about it. Okay. Is that okay with you? And
Okay.
I'll come back to your concern in a while. So may I know, like, is it the first time you ever had these kind of symptoms?
Yes, doctor.
Okay. And tell me about your health otherwise, Tom. Like, are you having like any fever, flu-like symptoms?
No,
Okay. Did you change? Did you see any change in your weight recently?
no,
Okay. Any change in your appetite?
no,
Okay. Do you feel like tired?
no,
Any heart racing?
no,
All right. Any problem with your urine?
no,
Any problem with your stool?
no.
Okay, fine. And Tom, may I know about your past health? Like, are you suffering from any medical condition by any chance?
No,
Okay. Are you allergic to any medicine?
no,
Do you take any kind of medicine?
no.
Okay. Anybody in your family was diagnosed with any kind of skin condition or any other medical condition?
Yeah, doctor, my sister was having blood cancer and she couldn't survive.
I'm really sorry to hear about your loss, Tom. Can you just tell me, like, are you aware of what kind of blood cancer she was having?
I'm not sure, doctor. She was really young and then she died because of that.
Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that, Tom. Can I ask you more questions? Can I continue?
Sure.
Okay, Tom. So, may I know about your lifestyle? Do you smoke?
Yeah, I'm smoking
And may I know how much?
3 to 4 cigarettes a day.
And may I know since how long?
Very long time ago, doctor. Since my teenage.
I see. And what about alcohol?
social drinker.
Okay, fine, Tom. So I can see that you are quite concerned about that swelling. So are you worrying anything in particular?
Doctor, it's scary, as I mentioned before as well. I'm not sure
Okay.
what it is, but is it something serious, doctor? Please tell me.
Yes, Tom, I can see that you are quite concerned about it, and I am also a little bit concerned. So I want to do examination of your swelling. Then I will be in better position to tell you what we can do, and I would like to do full investigations as well. That's okay with you, I would like to book an appointment and see you in person.
Yeah, okay, doctor.
Okay. So, are you expecting like anything in particular we would do for you?
I don't know, doctor. I just want to know what kind of thing is this.
Yes, I can see, Tom, about your concern. So, when you come, we will do thorough examination of your swelling. That how is it? Because most of the time it is sometimes infection of any lymph node or something like that, and we could just treat it with antibiotics. But in your case, you don't have any fever, flu, or any recent infections. So I was a bit concerned. So after examining, I might have to do few tests to look into it, that what exactly is causing it. Are you getting me?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and keeping your family history in mind that your sister, when she was very young, she had some kind of blood cancer. So that is also concerning me. So I want to see you early, and then we might have to do a biopsy of your lesion, or we tell it FNSC. And if at all we find something serious, then we have to refer you immediately, like within 2 weeks time, to specialist. Tom, are you with me?
Yeah, doctor, I'm listening. So, doctor, do you think it's something serious?
Tom, as I told you, we are not sure as of now. So I would like to see you personally, and then we, after running few investigations, complete blood count and your other blood profile, and if required, doing biopsy from the lesion, then we will be in better position to tell you. But don't worry, I'm not sure, but if it turns out to be serious as you are
Time's up.
thinking.
Time's up. Thank you, Dr. Vijeta. Now it's time for the next candidate to perform. So, Dr. Ashish, you are next.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, so yeah. So, Dr. Saira, are you there?
Yes.
All right. So, it's Dr. Saira will be the role player. In this case, I'm
Okay.
showing you the task, and you can read your task in 90 seconds, and then I will start the timer.
All right, Dr. Suresh.
Can you hear my timer, Dr. Ashish?
Yeah. Yes, yes, I can. Should I start?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, is that Mr. Jill?
Yes, I'm Jill.
Hello, Mr. Jill. This is Dr. Ashish, one of the doctors in the GP today.
Okay.
Could you please confirm your age?
I'm 28.
Thanks for confirming, Mr. Jill. How can I help you?
Oh, I had to come to you. Yes, my mother said that I go to you today.
Right, right. Mr. Jill, could you please tell what happened to you today? Was there any problem?
No, where is Mary?
Uh, you mean the nurse?
Yes, where is she?
She must be around. She'll be here. But can I ask you a few things before she arrives?
Okay.
All right. So I understand that you were here 2 weeks back as well, Jill.
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember what happened to you at that time?
Oh, I was not well. They kept me in the hospital and then
Mhm.
they gave me injections. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Did they tell you, Jill, why they were giving you injections?
Yes, I know. They said I have diabetes. So, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So what exactly went wrong last time? What was happening to you? How were you feeling when you came last time?
Uh, where is Mary? She knows everything. My mother
Well,
said she will be there.
all right. She will make sure that she is here in a while. In the meanwhile, can I ask you a few questions regarding your general health?
Yes.
Okay, so you said you were not doing well and you were brought here last 2 weeks back and you were given some injections. So, how many times did you take those injections?
When I went home, I took one time in the morning, one time in the evening.
Okay, great, Jill. So, have you been taking those injections every day?
Yes.
All right. Are you taking it yourself?
Yes.
Okay. So, do you know what are the doses and how do you give it to
Yes.
yourself?
Yes. Yes, I know. I think my mother also helps me. Yes.
That's very good. Is your mother with you today?
No, she said I go and Mary knows everything and she will fix everything.
Yes, yes. So Mary at present is not here, but I am here, so I can help you in whatever you want to ask. All right.
Okay. Okay.
You can ask me anything till the time Mary is here. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So can I ask you, have you been taking those injections every day?
Yes, I try.
Okay. You said you try. So is there by any chance have you missed any injections? Jay?
Maybe once or two times, but I try not to forget.
Okay. So do you know that injections, those injections, what do they do? What are they for?
Yes, they are for fixing my sugar.
That's correct. That's brilliant. So, this morning when you came to us, we actually measured your sugar levels. You must be remembering that.
Hmm.
So, but they were found a little bit higher side. So, I am a little worried because of that. So, are you having any problems right now? Like, are you feeling excessively thirsty?
What is excessive? You mean more
Yeah.
thirsty?
Yeah. Are you drinking more than usual, Jill?
No, it's the
Are
same.
you, okay. Okay. Are you going to the loo more than usual?
No, I'm not. Why are you asking me all this?
Well, Jill, because we found that your sugar levels are still on a higher side and that can cause these things. Okay. So I need to ask you things. Is that okay?
Okay, but I don't remember anything.
Okay, so I can write everything for you. Will that be
Okay.
fine?
Yes.
So I'll write it for you, why it is important and to take those injections daily. Okay, 2 times,
Okay.
and what are the doses? Okay, and what happens if you don't take them regularly? Do you know about that?
What happens, doctor?
Well, if your sugar levels are above desired or above the required limit, then you can have other problems like, chest pain, problems with your eyes, problems with your kidneys. We don't want that, isn't it?
What level I should have, doctor?
Well, the normal levels.
2 minutes.
Okay. Do you know how to measure the sugar levels, and do you measure them before taking the injections?
No, sometimes my mother does it for me.
All right. So what I'll do is I'll write everything for you. How many units you should take, and you should share it with your mother. All right.
Okay.
Okay. And we'll keep a regular watch on your sugar levels as we did today. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Can I ask you about what we discussed today? Can you repeat the things which we discussed today?
I know I have to take these 2 needle pricks, one morning, one evening, and I have to get out of the house and run, and I cannot eat all pizza all day. And yeah, it is so much, too much for me. I don't
Don't worry.
know.
I'll write it everything for you. But please remember that if you take these injections, it is very important to eat something. All right. Otherwise, your
Even
sugar
pizza,
level.
even pizza I can eat.
Well, regarding the diet, we'll be telling you what kind of a diet is food is better for you. All right. That will write it for you. All right.
Okay, can you tell my mother also?
Yes, I'll tell everything which we discussed today. I'll share everything with your mother as well. All right.
Okay.
But please be very careful about this medication, with this injection. If you take the injection, you have to take the food. Don't skip your meals. Okay. It can be
Okay.
dangerous. All right. Okay. So Jill, if you feel at any point of time that you're dizzy, you're not feeling well, you should call or you tell your mother to call the ambulance. All right.
Okay.
Time's up. Thank you so much, Dr. Saira. It was really good. You did a very
Thank you.
good role play. And Dr.
Thank you.
Ashish, it was a very nice attempt. We will have the feedback in a while. First, I would like to give feedback to Dr. Vijeta because she had to leave. And then we will come to this station, okay?
That's
So,
perfect.
Dr. Vijeta, are you there?
Yes, Dr. Kurat, I can hear.
All right. So, we did this station with you. Yeah, that one. Okay. So the patient was having neck lump, and you asked me about the onset progression. Then you asked me about the elaboration of neck lump. That was really good. There are few DDs that we need to rule out here. You ruled out infection. You asked me about fever. You did flaws here actually. There are certain things, certain other things as well. Okay. So may I know what were the DDs in your mind when you were doing this station from the history I gave you?
Yes, it could be either infection like lymph node or HIV or some cancer it was the right side, but maybe like Virchow's node, lymph node metastasis or lymphoma because the family history was there or any kind of
Did you ask
lymphoma.
me which side it is?
I guess a
No,
right side
no,
shoulder.
no. I did not mention right side.
I'm really sorry then. I thought right side shoulder.
I told you
Okay.
it's close to my shoulder, but you did not ask me is it right side or left side. Anyways, yeah, we were talking about DDs.
Okay. I missed it. Sorry.
Okay, okay, no worries. Okay, that's why, that's the purpose of mocks, so that anything that you are missing now, you are not missing that in your exam, right?
Yes, true.
Okay, so it was a good attempt. Specifically in the management, that was really good that you did not said it is a lymphoma or it is a cancer or anything, but you were giving me the answer in a way that we need to confirm it. Although I asked you that question again and again, that is it something serious, doctor? But you did not give me an answer like, is it a cancer? This is a cancer. That's why we are doing this test. That was a really good thing. There are further things that you can add in this station. When we are talking about DDs here, DDs are, if we divide the DDs in different categories, then it will be infection. When you are talking about infection, infection can be upper respiratory tract infection, infection can be TB, infection can be HIV. Okay, similarly infectious mononucleosis can give rise to glandular fever. So when you were asking me about fever flu like symptom, I told you no, so obviously the infection gets ruled out. Similarly, it was not painful, and most of the time the infectious lumps are painful. 2 points which are going against the infection. Second DD is a cancer. Cancer can be a lymphoma, cancer can be any GIT malignancy, any lung cancer. So you asked me about, I think, bowel problem, right, Vijeta?
Yeah.
You could have asked me about cough with sputum as well. At that
I
time,
didn't.
one more question you can add here. Third DD can be your lipoma. So for lipoma, you don't need to ask any question. Lipoma or local skin lumps. So you don't need to ask any question, but keep these DDs in your mind, because if there is any finding in the examination which is going according to your DD, then you should name it. If you are clueless, if there is no finding in examination, then you can give the overall approach, like the same best case and worst case scenario. Okay.
Okay.
Fourth thing that is very important here is thyroid. Okay. So for thyroid, you can ask one or two questions. One question can be about weather preference, by any chance, any specific weather preference, or you can ask about any change in your bowel habits. So both of these questions can be used to rule out thyroid. And fifth thing is trauma. All right. So these are the DDs that should be in your mind. You asked me about my family history, about leukemia. I told you about that, and then you talked to me about DESTA. I think your data gathering was fine. Time management was okayish. It would have been better if you could have started your management by 5 minutes, because just before the 6 minute you started your management here. You gave best case, worst case scenario. It can be infection, it can be something serious. So after that, you need to immediately talk about some referrals here, and we need to confirm the diagnosis. You talked about FNAC. Instead of FNAC, you can say we will be taking sample from the swelling. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that is lemon.
Yeah, and also you can talk about scans as well, chest x-ray, ultrasound of the swelling. If needed, we can do some CT scan or MRI as well. Further scans to confirm the diagnosis, and further tests to confirm the diagnosis. And in the test, you should always come from simplest to the complex test. So routine bloods, and after that you can talk about some scans, some sampling from the lesion, from the swelling. You should do strong safety netting here. Instead of, like, in the management, it would have been great if you could have done your safety netting immediately without waiting for 8-minute bell. Okay, you need to be a little bit quick. And sometimes when you think that your management is not having enough time, in those stations you can give a layout. Okay, after disclosure you can talk about. So first let's have a look at the layout, and then I will be talking about each thing in detail. What we are going to do for you now is we are going to refer you to the specialist within 2-week time. We are going to do some further investigation to confirm the diagnosis. It will be including some scans, some blood tests, some samples, taking sample from the swelling, Similarly, there are certain things I want you to know, and after that you cover the safety netting. By any chance, if you feel any pain, any bleeding or discharge from the swelling, if it is getting big within that time you are waiting for the specialist referral, please talk to us about that. And you can share some leaflets as well.
Okay, so like management, what should I tell? I want to see him like in GP, or directly I will refer him to specialist without seeing.
First, you have talked about appointment when you were talking about examination, right?
Yes.
It would be great if you can come and we can have a look at you. We can do full assessment, including examination and investigation. After that, when you are in management, you have to follow the 5 steps. 6
Okay.
steps that we are talking: disclosure, referral, senior involvement, further investigation, and here, because there is no symptoms of symptomatic treatment, we cannot do. For specialist treatment, we will be talking about referrals, okay? And we will be referring to the specialist and they will discuss with you the treatment option according to the diagnosis.
Okay.
If he is asking you a specific question like, could it be a blood cancer as well, then you, because there is a history and with the type of history that I gave you, family history, and I told you that it's hard. Okay, so it is a possibility. So you can say, I can totally understand. Okay, whenever someone is sharing a concern, you should first acknowledge the concern and then address.
Okay. Yes.
Acknowledge mean, I can see you are worried. I can see you are concerned. I can see, I can understand that you are really concerned. These kind of lines you can say, and after that you can talk about the addressing the concern. So if it is a lymphoma and strong family history, the lump is hard. He noticed the lump recently. If sometime there might be history of weight changes or anything, any positive things in the flaws. So in that case, you cannot misguide him by saying that no, it's not lymphoma. So if he's asking, is it a blood cancer specifically, then you can say, I can see you are very worried right now. It is a possibility here, but I'm not sure at the moment. We will be doing some further scans to confirm the diagnosis, and then I will be in a better position to discuss that with you.
Okay.
To make sure you are doing fine, we will be referring you to the specialist urgently within 2 week time.
Okay. Yeah, that is better.
So
Yes.
that thing, your data gathering part was fine. There are few things that you can add here, like signposting was missing in the beginning. When you are asking about red flags, when you are asking about DDs, you can say, I'm asking you a set of questions. When we are, or you can say, when we come to a symptom like this, we need to ask a set of questions. Please bear with me for a couple of more minutes, and then we will be working out on a management plan together.
Yes.
In this
Yes.
way, you can signpost. When you are at lifestyle, you can signpost a bit about your lifestyle, a few questions. Now I'm going to ask you a few questions about your lifestyle, and then ask. It will make your consultation better.
Okay. Yeah, I missed that. Yeah.
Any question?
No, you covered everything. Thank you so much.
This is
I
not a
was
difficult station, but the main thing in this station is that don't say it is a cancer if you don't have any proof. Give best case, worst case scenario, talk about referrals, further investigation, do strong safety netting here, talk about follow-ups, and address it.